We're really enjoying it. The last lady who spoke, Mac, she was really engaged as a speaker, talked about her career, how she didn't let setbacks hold her down, as well as how she constantly evolved. That was something that was really interesting to hear.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. She spoke a lot about growth and about change as well, and how important change is. One thing I like that she said is that if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, then change your attitude. And that was something that I really spoke to me. So yeah, I really enjoyed it.
That whole thing of changing is something that is unavoidable, and it's keeping in touch with all of the different innovations that are happening right now. All of the stuff that's affecting your own industry and how that's going to work makes you future ready, and it makes you ready to be effective and also successful in the workplace. Don't just sit back and think, I'll just study, I'll get my first class degree and blah, blah, blah. Because you're not the only one who's thinking like that. There's going to be more stuff that separates you. It's how you think beyond that and what you can do to add additional skills on top of the things that you're doing just to make yourself stand out. What makes you you? You know, what are the things that are uniquely part of your journey? Because every single one of you has got a different story. Every single one of you. And if you try to be like the next person, your story just dilutes. It just becomes, you know, the one thing that no one can take, nothing that we call a competitive advantage, right, corporate speak, is your unique story, your unique take on anything. So as long as you stay true to that, no one can ever come close to you or replicate what you're doing.
I wanted to come here today and I wanted to speak to you guys in this room because I think for a lot of us we can look at people in these places, we can look at people up in Cambridge, Oxford or these types of things and we don't realise or think, wait, I can get there. Wait, looking at this person's life and hearing their story and what they've been through it, actually, I can be there too. We often try almost isolate ourselves from the experience, or we kind of think, oh, well, that's a fantastic experience that you've had. That's a great kind of testimony or story that you have, but myself, I don't think I can. I'm here to tell you today that you can actually break those doors. You can break those barriers, and you can also break down every single hurdle that comes your way. And I'm very, very, very resilient and diligent with this because, as you said excellently, you know, it's so important that we get to these places. And as I was writing even this morning, I wrote something down and I said, you know, I don't just want to do something to prove people wrong, right? Because there are many people who have made assumptions about me and have said things over my life. But my goal is not to just do things to prove somebody wrong. My goal is to do things so that I can pave the way.
If you're not passionate about something, it's very hard to heed the advice that's being given. And for the majority of the reason folks sometimes aren't passionate is because they don't really want to be in university. This was their mum's dream or their dad's dream. And as such, you know, because there's another person living vicariously through them, they kind of chugger on through university. And of course, if you do that, then everything that's being said is like, yeah, I know I should, but you're not actually going to do it. So what I would advise is to really, I was lucky, I did a degree, I did politics, philosophy, economics for undergrad, that's literally me. Then I did philosophy, that's me. I've done stuff I'm passionate about. And so it's been very easy to be motivated. I sat at the front, I'll be cracking jokes with the lecturers about readings, like I was a geek, to be quite frank, right? So I was lucky, but I also know friends who are doing accountancy and finance, who have no business within that route. They literally hate the thing, and vice versa. So what I would really suggest is something kind of quite radical, which is that you really search deep as to why you're doing what you're doing. And you search deep as to what's the actual future prospect of this thing. Because it's hard to be motivated by something you know the minute you can, you're gonna drop it.
Not every opportunity is yours, so just don't chase everything. I spent a lot of my time developing a lot of skills in an area like I don't even use now. So I use my photography. I spent like 3 years shooting raves and I don't do any of that stuff. It didn't actually develop me. It was just a lot of movement, not a lot of progress. And you said that very interesting phrase, which when said really found my thinking. And Mike said to me, if you kind of do everything, you end up having many branches and not many fruit. which is so important. So don't just take every single thing, because one thing won't change your life alone, you know?
So I really enjoyed the event. I really enjoyed the first speaker, Marianne, which was talking about how butterfly change, how our journey is evolved, and just looking at her story, how her life changed through small things, and that really connected with me, how my life has changed, how my journey has changed, and how she's kind of overcome her struggles, and she's tried different things, just kind of making me to go out to try different things as well, to find out what my journey in life is. So that's what I'm saying.
I found the event really interesting. The first speaker really appealed to me because her career path and her approach also is providing representation for all black people, and she's sort of an example of what us young professionals aspire to do today, especially people like myself, and sort of experiencing her viewpoints firsthand sort of inspired me to take a different approach to her and look at things differently for the better.
Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? So I submit to everyone here at the Warwick Inspire conference, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? Thank you.